Gemini friends. This is Kristen Redman, and today we're going to go over the planetary aspects that are going to be making an impact on you for 2018 and your sun sign. Now, this year is going to be quite a year of transition for our Gemini friends, because last year in 2017, a lot of new beginnings were initiated for you in terms of career and doing something that's better fitted to who you are now in your life. And not only the career, but what else occupies that 10th house in astrology, and that's your public image too. Maybe some things came to light, and more was known about you out in the public world, more about your family, more about your situation at home, more about you, things that you wouldn't necessarily want to be have a light shined on. The light was shining on it in public this past year. So new beginnings are coming forward, and there's a lot of healing and transition that you are going through this year because of those things that were started last year, but it brings you wonderful new things. Thanks to Saturn and Capricorn, because Saturn brings stability and structure, and that's where it's making the big impact for you. Mars in Aquarius this year, where Mars is going to be spending most of its year, it's going to be spending 6 months there, which doesn't usually happen. It changes signs every 6 weeks. So this year, with the Mars retrograde that doesn't happen every year, it's going to be slowing it down. And it's going to be focusing on reevaluating who we are and letting the real us emerge. For you, that's going to be bringing a lot of introspection and a lot of new perspectives on where the direction of your life is going, what your life purpose is, and what the meaning of it all is for you. Really comes to the forefront this year as Mars goes through Aquarius. Now Jupiter in Scorpio this year, Jupiter of course being the good luck planet, is going through that planet that heals and transforms those new beginnings that started in 2017. For you, is Jupiter the planet of luck, and the Jupiter of expansion goes through Scorpio. It's going to be affecting your house of health. So issues for you may come up that you have not seen, or you may have a good luck pattern come through for you in ways that you haven't seen in terms of health since 2005. So this is a pretty interesting shift that's going to be going through at that point. But let's start with money for our Gemini friends, and let's focus on that. Now, last year, as I said, we had a lot of interesting things happen for you in terms of career. A lot of new beginnings that were brought on. Maybe Uranus had a way in there and kind of made it unexpectedly brought to you. But regardless, no matter what, there was something that affected your financial situation last year. Now this year, Saturn in Capricorn, and over the next 3 years as Saturn tours its home sign of Capricorn, it's going to bring stability to those finances for you. You'll see that Saturn went through Sagittarius the past few years, and as a result, it was kind of restricting those things for you, restricting you from really being able to make the money that you wanted to, or be in the career that you wanted to. And now Saturn, just this past week, has moved into its home sign of Capricorn. It's been 30 years since Saturn has come home. And Saturn is the planet that loves structure. Whatever it comes in contact with, it stabilizes, and it brings a good, solid foundation. If there was a cracked foundation, it fills those cracks and makes the foundation solid yet again. And for you, over the next 3 years, it's going to be trying to repair the interesting new beginnings that were initiated last year in terms of finances, career, and public image that hit for our Gemini friends. The thing is with Saturn, where you feel that it's teaching you lessons, because it is, of course. There was a reason why these issues happened last year, and what it's having you do is look to yourself, look within and introspect and say, where did that career end? Why did I lose that job? Why did my family life change? Why did this marriage fall apart? Why did this? And it has you introspecting on yourself. It has you asking, where do I set the boundaries with myself and with others? Where do I need to learn lessons? Where do I need to learn to take control? Where do I need to let go of control in these areas? And those things that are themed by Saturn. Saturn is about control. Saturn is about boundaries. Saturn is about discipline, self-discipline, and setting those boundaries with other people. this is a time we really look to that, setting those boundaries with employers, setting those boundaries with whatever it is that it affected you last year. This is where a big change and shift starts to happen, and it brings some solid ground for you moving forward. And it's especially going to make a big impact for you in terms of finances over the next few years. So that's something to be really excited about. One of the main things that's going to happen for our Gemini friends that lost job, maybe after that August eclipse that happened last year, because that was a big thing. It was like if you didn't make that change before that, even though you were thinking it, the universe threw it upon you on the second half of 2017. Now, for those friends of Gemini here, or even a Gemini that's they're waiting for a job offer right now, there is an especially wonderful window of opportunity that's coming to you as Saturn makes a connection in January here. Mid-January, January 14th in that area is what I'm feeling, that there's going to be some kind of job opportunity that comes through that really helps with that financial situation, and something that's better fitted for you too, something that works for you, that makes you happy, where you can be your awesome social communicative self and enjoy the people that you're around as well. So now where Saturn stabilizes in those that career area, what's awesome is that you also have the eclipses of 2018 happening in your houses of finance as well. Eclipses in astrology bring new beginnings. For you this year, my friend, it's going to be bringing new beginnings in your financial matters. So you've got kind of a double whammy here in terms of money for you this year. You've got the stability and you've got the new beginnings coming through. So that's really, really wonderful. Pay attention at the end of January when we have that first of the eclipse cycles. If there's something financially at that time that really is standing out, pay attention, because the universe is talking to you. Maybe it's a job offer. Maybe it's investing in something new. Maybe it's an opportunity to pay off a debt. Just pay attention to what the universe is saying, because it's going to bring some good things for you come summertime as well. So let's move from money and let's move to love. All right. There's a major growth cycle happening for our Gemini friends in terms of the heart center in this coming year, and that's thanks to lucky Jupiter. Now, Jupiter, like I said before, is going to be making some interesting impacts on the health area for you in ways like it hasn't since 2005 throughout the first half of the year. But on the second half of the year is when we focus more so on love, because then it moves into your house of relationships. And Jupiter returns to its home sign of Sagittarius, and it hasn't been there for 12 years. So that's why I say it's been like that 2005, 2006 time frame. Now that planet of luck, it's like a guardian angel. It comes through and it says, I'm ready to bring you some good opportunities, my friend. I want you to have a little bit more love in your life. I want to bring not only love, and not only somebody that can be a friend to you, but I'm bringing excitement. I'm bringing adventure. I'm bringing new horizons. I'm bringing something that helps you learn about yourself, something that makes you want to expand beyond where you've limited yourself. And even if it's not a new relationship, it's an opportunity to maybe travel more with your companion, maybe explore new horizons in your relationship. No matter what, it's bringing luck and it's bringing expansion in those areas where there was restriction in these relationships. So now what we're going to do is we're going to focus a little bit more on specific birthdays. Okay, we're going to look and say, all right, this is what's happening for these folks in these time frames. Right now we've got May 21st through June 2nd birthdays. Jupiter, that planet of luck, okay, so this year it's making some impacts on health, and then it's also making impacts on love and relationships. So this is going to be a big year for you in terms of both of those. It's opposing your sun. So there may be some tension that comes to the forefront in terms of both of those. But what ultimately it's doing is it's helping you grow. A big year of personal growth for you. And with Jupiter, as it goes into Sagittarius too, it brings our spirituality to the forefront. We start to really focus more on what our individual belief system is, what our strength and connection with God means, and how to achieve that. That's something that you will be reviewing again this year as well. My belief in God, in my prayer life with God, that comes into the forefront. So the thing is, though, what you learn the most is that when you have these questions, asking the universe, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? You learn to seek those answers from within. It's a big year for that. Big year for spiritual growth. Big year for personal growth. For those of you with birthdays between June 15th and the 21st, Uranus, that planet of unexpected things, that planet that electrifies us, that planet that pushes us into freedom that we're looking for, is going to be making a really good connection with your sun, with the essence that makes you who you are. The sun in astrology is you. So you've got this planet of freedom making a good connection with you, freeing you, liberating you in ways that you need to be liberated. So you're definitely going to be feeling a little bit of a taste of independence this year. You're going to be pushing yourself a little bit more to search for the authentic self instead of following these tried and true ways that you've done things for so long. This is a time you're really ready to shake things up and blaze new trails, I suppose you could say. And the thing is, with this aspect, because Gemini, you are ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, and as you have this planet Neptune, which sometimes can be in a fog and be confused, or it can deceive on the shadow end. So it's making a connection with all things that make you who you are. You're ruled by Mercury. You're ruled by communication. I would say be extra careful to be honest in your communications, not only with yourself as you assess things throughout the year and reassess who you are and what you are and what you want to do moving forward to free yourself from these things. Be honest with the people around you. Are you not happy in your job? Are you not happy in your relationship? Do you need to vocalize these things in order to make things change? This is the time that this energy is really working strongly for the people with the June 15th to 21st birthdays to make that happen this year. Just be honest with yourself and others, right? Now, if you have a birthday between June 2nd and June 7th, this is going to be a year where that planet Neptune is making a tough connection with your sun as well. Same kind of energy. Make sure you're honest with yourself and others. And be extra cautious because the square is a tense connection that is made here. And this is one of these connections that happens every 20 years probably. So as Neptune on its shadow side, when it's getting pushed, as in a square like this, it can tend to be deceiving. Okay, so watch out a little bit with people this year trying to pull the wool over your eyes in ways, all right? But you also have to make sure that you're being completely honest with other people and not trying to hide things from them either. So that's the shadow side of it, but on the positive side, this is an amazing time to go within. You are going to have an increased dream life this year, okay? You're going to be having more dreams, these dreams that are helping you find who the true authentic you is and what steps you need to take. Listen to that. Your guides are going to be around stronger for you this year. There's new guides that are coming in that are helping you in this massive year of transition that it is for Geminis. So you have this new support, spiritual support system that's around. They're going to be talking to you in your unconscious sleep state. They're going to be giving you repetitive signs out there in your waking conscious state. So just keep an eye out and they'll be there to help you no matter what. So let's pull a card here. Let's call on Archangel Zadkiel. He is your angel of Gemini. He's the angel that helps us look to the past and accurately remember it for what it was. And he helps us in all of our communications with others. So let's ask for Archangel Zadkiel to come through with his message for his Gemini souls that he is entrusted with this lifetime. So I'm going to do this 3 times because you represent the 3rd house in the astrological wheel of communication. And this is what his message is to you. Wowee, 8 of Fire. This is a card that says, things are going to be happening fast, okay? You felt like you were stuck in the mud. You felt like things weren't working for you. But all of a sudden, things are going to get rocked and rolling fast. That's exactly what this card is representative of. It's already started. I think you can feel that. This is a card of Sagittarius. So I see this in two ways. I feel that there's something that has just recently happened for you, that some wheels are getting set in motion, whether it's in terms of the career or it's in terms of whatever it is that you've initiated to get some change moving from 2017, it's going to be happening fast. And when Jupiter goes through Sagittarius starting in November of this year, of 2018, I think that things are really going to be moving in the direction that you need at that point. This is a really, really good card, but it means things went from nothing, 0 to 100 and fast. So keep an eye out for that because the delays are over. Long and short of it, delays are done. But there's going to be a lot going on at one time. So make sure that you call on your guardian angels. They are going to be there. New ones are coming through. Like I said, they're ushering you into an area that's better fitting for who you are now. So just keep that in mind, that moving forward, you're being watched, and that this is going to be a wonderful year of growth and transition. If you have questions at all about how the astrological events impact your chart directly, how this is going to personally really make the major impacts for you this year, I have a link below to do a reading. I'm doing a $77 reading special for 2018, and we will go through your charts and see what is in store for you this coming year. But other than that, know that it's a wonderful year, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.